How's it going? What if I can say something? Season's greetings. Wait, I thought the 1-day follower limit was a thing, but I ain't complaining. I think you can set it that way, individually, but I don't have any restrictions on my channel because I can't possibly afford to have restrictions, on my channel, or simply nothing would happen. Ken confirmed. Hell yeah. We're watching the latest direct right here. I honestly just put it on because it was lengthy and because I think these are the first couple things we need to talk about. We're going to chill for a bit, just to let people get in here and see the notification before we actually like really start the show. But how are y'all doing? How are you doing? Isaac, you just released your Shantae video.
I did. I feel pretty good about it. No, I mean, I feel like I put a lot into that video, and if you see me bobbing back and forth in the video, I was just testing my motion on the camera. But so far, the comments have all been like almost overwhelmingly positive. I don't think you've
really had one of those videos not go over well. The closest was Sans getting pushback just because there are people who adamantly like have to be assholes whenever they see something Undertale related.
Of course.
But that was still a drastic minority when it came to like the comments there. So, yeah. I don't know. I think that series is going to continue to be pretty much universally loved. Oh man, the chat is already going very fast.
Yeah.
Shantae Fit is pretty good. Shantae is a character that I always thought would be really hard to make a moveset for because there's too much potential, but you managed to do it. All you gotta do is take away some of that potential. Weirdly, there aren't as many in-depth Smash movesets as you think. You're kind of the cream of the crop. Okay, so the thing with Smash content, and this is why I don't really watch a lot of Smash content, is that a lot of it, and this is honestly just a lot of YouTube gaming content in general, a lot of it is just super surface level, and is basically just how do I stretch as much time as possible out of saying nothing so that the next day I can make a video that's basically the same thing. And I just never actually accomplish anything. But people keep coming back every day because they love the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, most Smash moveset videos I see are usually concepts plus specific special moves. And so I was like, I want to take it like a step further and actually show and explain every individual attack. That was one of the big things I wanted to do.
Yeah, and you're like really, and a lot of it is kind of, I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about doing with that Inkling video before.
Yeah.
Like when we first did that, like that was like the general idea is we were like, we'll have Smashtalk be the kind of general just discussion of things, and then we'll do deep dives on your channel. It was like the whole thing. We'll get like really into how this stuff can work. And he just kind of took that further. In terms of like making actual like layouts for everything. When I saw you filming yourself doing some of the moves, I knew it was special. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't dress up and do any of Shantae's stuff.
Oh jeez. I didn't have to. Shantae, well, like someone was saying, Shantae has so many moves. Like, it was more of a matter of like which ones do I not include. Yeah. So like I did omit. I omitted all the pirate weapons, and I omitted all of the transformations that are only in Half Genie Hero and just stuck with the recurring transformations. So that was something.
PSP, talking about leaks and data mines, I honestly don't think we're going to be going into anything that's... I don't think we really have anything that's like a massive, like, this is probably what's in the game.
There was a recent data mine for some new modes in 3.0, and we could talk about that if we decide to.
We could. Yeah. Do people just want to hear about characters, though? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I like characters.
Characters is the thing that's like going back to Melee. Characters are the things that everybody always wanted to talk about the most.
Well, I don't know. So
for good reason.
I've heard some people complain and be like, how come people only talk about characters? I'm like, that's the best part.
Miles was the highlight of the Waluigi video.
It was.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. Because I had to demonstrate some stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't have any tennis gear. I could go borrow some. I was like, oh, wait, I could ask Chris to do it. This will be great.
I do tennis.
Well, you did. You were in tennis club back in high school, so...
It's true. It wasn't called tennis club. That's just your anime talking.
You're right. It is. First words that came to mind.
Just any hobby, you just take it and yeah, you just take it. You add club to it, and you just give everybody matching outfits.
Chris and I were in theater club together and Smash Club.
It's genuinely a thing. It's actually, well, it would be gaming club, but yeah, that's
gaming club. There we go.
I love the moveset. I'm a little bit unsure about the Mermaid Bubble as the final smash, as well as how Little Monkey is utilized, but overall, I really enjoyed this one a lot. And those were the
things I bounced on the most when I was working on it. So yeah, makes sense.
I did see one comment that I thought was really funny, just in regards to like, oh, how come everybody talks about characters all the time? I remembered how when you were doing your initial wave of videos before, everybody would just go like, okay, but what would they like ran out of things to ask about, so they were just like, what would a victory theme and what would their logo look like and like all this stuff. And then on the Shantae video, one of the comments I saw was like, victory theme.
I had a victory theme.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's one in there. What are you talking about?
I specifically put a victory theme in that video.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
Even when I do it, they keep asking for it.
I don't get it, man. They're just people who just like genuinely do not know how to go like, all right, I got what I wanted out of that. I'm gonna go now. It just like genuinely has to be like, no, give me more. Okay, but where's more? Like, what's the next step? You already do alternate costumes. You already do victory themes. Like, yeah, what's the next step beyond this?
Yeah.
Any alternate stickers?
I guess. Yeah. There are some things that don't get asked as much that I don't have. Like, I have people like, okay, what about home stage? What about music? What about assist trophies? You know.
Anyway, let's see. How do we got a fair amount here. We got Joe, we got Syad, we got Ridley. PSB's in here. Mactakong's here.
Right, you need Palatina's guidance for each character. Someone actually wrote one on my Sans video. They were like, hey, I made a Sans Palatina's guidance. It was really good. Those are, the comments I really like are the ones either where people are just complimenting me, because those are always nice. Or the ones where people add in their own ideas, whether it's like a critical thing where it's like, I think I have a better idea for this thing and this is what I'm thinking, or just a purely unique idea where like, I thought of this character, this is what I think they could do. I like when people share creative things like that.
Yeah, as long as people just aren't being assholes. It seems like people weren't really being assholes on the Shantae one yet. We'll see if that happens with time. I'm sure you'll get at least one, but
maybe. I feel like a lot of times, like, the more asshole comments come from more controversial characters themselves.
That's the thing.
Like
I figured
Sans and Waluigi got a lot of like comments, but I mean, Rayman didn't get very many. I mean, the worst I got for Rayman was he's already in Brawlhalla, which that's not so bad. So,
yeah. If we get another Metal Gear Assist trophy, can it just be Ocelot spinning his guns and not actually shooting his guns? Yeah.
No, we do
have young Ocelot.
We need Metal Gear Awesome Ocelot. He just pees everywhere.
I don't think that's not Ocelot. That's Otacon.
Oh, I got them mixed up because I've never played Metal Gear.
I know.
I played once. A little bit with you supervising me. I just went around choking people and throwing grenades.
Do we want to start this off with an impromptu episode of Everything I Know?
Oh boy. Okay. Everything I know about Metal Gear? Specifically the original or the whole series?
Let's do the whole series. Fuck it.
Oh boy.
What's everything you know about Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna get the I don't know everything. So there's a mercenary named Solid Snake, and
you're already wrong.
Okay. And he used to be part of this group called Foxhound, but now he's not because he's actually a good clone of their leader, Big Boss. And there's an evil clone that's kind of the leader. His name is Liquid Snake. And you're working with the good guy military that's led by the commander, who's voiced by the same guy who did Ben Tennyson's grandpa. And and you have to go and kill all the other members of Foxhound because they have this this weapon called Metal Gear that launches nukes. And so you have to fight them all, and they're all named after animals like Sniper Wolf and Decoy Octopus and Revolver Ocelot and like Hunter Raven or something and Psycho Mantis. And one of the people on their side is Otakon, but he didn't know that the Metal Gear was a bad thing, and then he joins you when he finds out it is, and he's in love with Sniper Wolf. But you have to kill her, and he's sad. One of your companions is, I think her name's Meryl Silverberg, and she's actually the Colonel's granddaughter or daughter or niece, I think. And you eventually beat the Metal Gear. And then in the second game, either Liquid Snake or Revolver Ocelot is still alive, and you have to beat him with a totally different character named Raiden, who's on Snake's side. And then in Metal Gear Solid 3, it's actually a prequel where you're playing as Big Boss before he was known as Big Boss. He's called Naked Snake, and he's part of a different group that's led by a different person named The Boss. And all of their subordinates are all like the something. Like the end, the this, the that. And you don't play as Solid Snake again until Metal Gear Solid 4, but now he's old because there was this virus that was supposed to kill him, but it didn't quite work because you kind of stopped part of it. And so now instead of dying, he's just aging really fast. And at the end of the game, he dies. The end.
So how much of the first one is because you watched Metal Gear Awesome?
A couple bits.
Okay. Hey Duke, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Hey BitVid, how are you doing? So you have Metal Gear lore? Yeah, you were a lot more accurate on that than you were on Final Fantasy VII. I'll say that much.
Oh, that's good.
It's mostly glossing over. Yeah, he's never played Metal Gear Solid. One of my favorite things to do is just to ask him about non-Nintendo franchises and see what he actually knows about it. Getting Metal Gear spoiled by someone who never played it. He was wrong. He was wrong about some things. In before this whole stream was to get it next week. Also, hi everyone. Snake's the main character. He hides in boxes and smokes sometimes to his detriment. Snake eats frogs. Psycho Mantis knows I've been playing Castlevania. Otacon loves anime, and there's this Platinum game starring Raiden with the most amazing OST ever. That is true.
I missed Metal Gear Survive. Well, I also don't know anything about Phantom Pain or...
You don't know anything about 5? Alright.
No.
I love Metal Gear Solid, man. You missed Metal Gear Survive. So did Konami. Which is better lore. Kingdom Hearts or Metal Gear. Metal Gears is definitely much better put together than Kingdom Hearts is. Metal Gear is convoluted, but if you look, like, most of the answers are there. There are a couple things that are like, Kingdom Hearts, it's just, oof.
I'm glossing over the Patriots. I know barely anything about the Patriots. I know they're a secret organization, and that's about it. And I know if you try to talk... Are they the ones that if you try to talk about them, you just say lolly loo lelo?
No. Well, no. That's not really how that works.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I don't know about that, then.
Rules of nature! The fucking soundtrack of Metal Gear Rising is something else. Alright. Welcome to the first actual Smashtalk Live, I think. I think we've, like, talked after directs, but this is the first time, like, actually doing this. Is just, like...
Oh, I thought we did it once. Maybe not. Maybe we just planned on it.
I think what happened... I think we were planning on doing it, and then a direct happened, and we were just like, oh, we'll just talk after the direct. But we had to cut it kind of short.
Right.
Full series had a card game spin-off. That is true. Kingdom Hearts, I feel it's more of an abstract art piece rather than a normal narrative. Oh, man. It's art in the same way that, like, Dadaism is art. Except it's unintentionally Dada. I don't know if anybody's going to know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, welcome to the first, I think, Smashtalk Live. A fair amount has happened in the months since we last did one. I think the biggest thing has just been, well, I don't even know.
Well, yeah, we never really talked about, like...
Did we ever really talk about Joker?
No, never. We never talked about Joker.
Okay.
And back when we were planning on doing a Smashtalk Live, we were gonna do it around when Piranha Plant was released and talk about our feelings on Piranha Plant, and then talk about Joker's confirmation. And we never got around to either of those things.
All right. Well, let's just do it.
All right.
All right. I'm really happy I was wrong about Joker. Because
me too.
I think a lot more is on the table now, and I think that's a good thing. I really was under the impression that when it came to third parties, they had to be like legacy characters, basically. And so my one pullback on Joker was I was just like, he's brand new. Like he was less than 2 years old at the time. I think he's still less than 2 years old. And so
I kind of thought that if we did get somebody from Atlas that we would get Joker, just because I thought he was kind of a more fan favorite character icon than anyone else I had heard from Atlas.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything from Atlas, mostly just because they don't really have a lot of characters that stick around for a long time in a lot of their series.
Yeah.
They have like Dr. Styles, they have Jack Frost, but Jack Frost isn't really a main character in anything.
Right, he's kind of just more of a mask. You know, I get it when people are like into Jack Frost joining Smash Brothers, but like, I don't know. For me, that felt kind of a Chocobo Moogle thing. You know what I mean?
How long has it been since any Atlas game was on a Nintendo console? Oh, they're on all the time.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, like
all the trauma centers
Persona
are. And...
Yeah, Persona's been having spin-offs on the DS and 3DS, whatever.
Bayonetta wasn't exactly legacy
and
character,
SMT5 is supposedly still coming, if that's still in development. Remember when SMT5 was like revealed at the Switch's launch, or like reveal trailer, and like we just haven't heard anything since.
Okay, and then I totally forgot about Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions was huge.
And then Bayonetta wasn't exactly a legacy character either. I feel a little differently about Bayonetta because she is co-owned by Nintendo now, so I kind of just see her as an extended Nintendo character.
Yeah, since she is like so closely tied to Nintendo. Whereas Joker really isn't. He's going to be in Persona Q2, which I think is actually out now.
Yeah.
So he has been on a Nintendo console, but like his big main appearance, what people actually know him from, is still PS4 exclusive. That might change soon. There's a big Persona event coming where they're going to be revealing Persona 5R, I think it is.
Right.
That's this month. And I'm really excited to see what goes on with that, because I think that event is when we're going to see Joker's full moveset and more information about him. I think they're going to
awesome.
I think they're going to be timing those together. Whether that if that comes with like Persona 5 coming to Switch, I would be ecstatic. I still want it to come to PC more, but you know.
So the thing about, you know, Joker's main appearance not being on Nintendo, I mean, that was also still pretty much Cloud's situation as well.
Yeah, Cloud had appearances on Nintendo, but like he still was mostly seen as a Sony character.
Yeah.
I think the thing was though is like, and that was a comparison that you brought up in that episode, and I was just like, I think the difference is that Cloud is a huge legacy character.
That's true.
And there is a difference there. And Joker might be Cloud, but we don't know that yet because he's so recent.
Right. It was kind of like we would have to wait and see for the future.
Yeah.
The future is now.
But with Joker who is a very new character in a series that isn't even predominantly Nintendo, I think there's pretty much any character has like a shot. The only thing he like doesn't really represent that we weren't sure about so far was like indie.
Yeah, there's a few things that are still unknown. We don't know about indie characters. We don't know about characters that have even less of a Nintendo presence. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten into a lot of conversations recently with people about, is Master Chief a possibility now? And
I really hope
it's
not.
kind of an uncertain area,
Yeah.
Or like Kratos, or
It's really hard to tell because that is like a direct competitor in a way that like none of the other third parties have been yet. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
He's also just one of the least interesting characters Microsoft has.
Oh, who, Master Chief?
Yeah. I just don't find him interesting.
Yeah, for me, Halo is more for the Halo series itself, you know what I mean? The gameplay and the legacy of the Halo series rather than for Master Chief as a character. I don't think he's a bad character, but I think the most memorable thing about yeah, they've killed Halo. Yeah, pretty much. But I still think that he would be fun moveset wise. You could give him like the moves of Nicole from Dead or Alive 4. You could give him like Energy Sword and Gravity Hammer and Plasma Grenades. He'd be a fun character to play.
I've got a question. Has there been any Western developed characters that made it into Smash?
Diddy Kong.
Yeah, that's fair.
King K. Rool.
Yeah, K. Rool by extension. Because Donkey Kong Country was a Western studio.
Yep. Dark Samus.
He might be asking about specifically Western franchises though.
Okay.
Which well, I don't think so. I think we've gotten
right because
I
mean,
I think all the third parties have been Japanese.
They have been, yes. Yeah, so because like even then with Diddy Kong and King K. Rool and Dark Samus, I mean, even though they are Western created, they come from Japanese created series.
I still don't think that would be that big of a deal to Sakurai, whether it's Western or Japanese.
Yeah, well, especially depending on how. I think it's just going to depend, not entirely, but somewhat on how much of a reception the series has in Japan. Like back when I made my Sans video, I didn't think much of it. Once for fun. I don't think Sans is that likely. When I made the Rayman and Sans videos, it was before Ultimate had even released. And since I've made those videos, like I've been surprised how popular Undertale has gotten in Japan. It's actually like huge there now.
It's sweeping it by storm. It's a whole aesthetic, man.
And so is Minecraft. Minecraft is also huge in Japan now. So neither of those things would surprise me a bit.
It's very possible. Yeah, I really do think that when the Persona event happens, I think we're gonna see more info about him in Smash, and I think that when we get that info about him in Smash, they'll tease the next character. I think that's how it's gonna work. Too. I don't think they're gonna wait until he's out to show us what the next character is gonna be. But yeah, that's what
a lot
I'm expecting.
of people are anticipating just a full-blown Smash Direct where they'll talk about the changes in 3.0 and then also show off a new character. So it's
really seeming like 3.0 is supposed to be like a real big thing.
They're really playing it up. And then there was, as we mentioned earlier, a kind of a data mine potentially of like what's in it. So
yeah, I hope it's true, but I've hoped that about a lot of things that have seemed promising that haven't come through.
Yeah, well, and a lot that have. So, there's both sides.
Another thing as well, what other games on the Nintendo Switch that have released or are releasing soon that might give us clues? A lot of people are thinking it's possible that we'll get a Fire Emblem character for Three Houses because that's happening. I honestly don't think so.
I doubt it, simply because it seems like they were very adamant about, like, Springman and Rex being like too late to consider. So I'd be kind of surprised if they turned around and been like, yeah, these characters were too late, but we're picking these ones from games that just came out. And I think people might believe that Fire Emblem is an exception in that regard because it's kind of what we already saw with Corrin in Smash 4. So I can kind of see that, but I still doubt it.
I mean, things that voice actors say, I would never take into consideration.
Well, especially because
with all the NDAs and stuff.
Well, and so many clips are recycled from other games, right? That's another thing too. It's not like I don't think they had like Charles Martinet record anything specific for Smash Brothers ever. I think they just took clips from Mario games that already existed.
Even when the Fates came out in Japan 8 months before Corrin got into Smash. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, there are so many Fire Emblem characters, man. There are so many. And it also seemed like they were saying that they only want to add characters that are from things we haven't seen yet. And if that is the case, then I don't think we're going to see anything like that. And also, like, I think Corrin is, like, the only third-party character, or the only DLC character they added in 4 that, like, got actual backlash. Like, it wasn't a lot of backlash, but, like, I do remember, like, there were people who were, like, upset that Corrin was coming out. Which I think was an overreaction.
Yeah.
But I understand why some people would be disappointed to be getting another Fire Emblem character over, like, a true, like, new franchise or big third-party character. And I think with this pass, they've kind of really sold it as being a lot of new stuff. So I don't think we're going to see stuff like, I don't think we're going to see stuff like Edelgard. I don't think we're going to see stuff like... somebody, like, suggested Yarn Yoshi at one point, which I thought was just weird. But yeah. Demon is literally too new and a new IP.
Someone was asking, how likely do you think it is for a Demon X Machina rep in the future Smash? Like, not as DLC now, but in a future Smash.
Yeah, I don't, wouldn't rule out an ARMS character showing up. It's weird to me, because, so, like, I feel like being an assist trophy does deconfirm you, just because the way that the assist trophies work now, it would be so confusing to have, like, an assist trophy and a fighter of the same thing on stage.
Possibly. And, like, I keep saying this in my videos, I really think that even if they hadn't decided on the characters yet, I think they already, like, before Smash Ultimate's release, I think they already talked about which characters they might add as DLC. And they would have avoided making assist trophies out of characters they were considering.
The ARMS roster...
Which is an assumption on my part, but...
There are other ARMS characters they could use, but... I don't know, I feel like it would have to be Springman if you added somebody. He's like the face of the series.
I think so too. It's like adding someone besides Ryu in Street Fighter, I think.
But I don't know. Bayonetta got a lot of backlash when she was revealed. I just remember people being surprised. Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Saying Bayonetta got a lot of backlash when she was revealed.
Yeah, not as much as Corrin, but she definitely did.
I thought it was mostly people just being surprised. What you're saying is no Mario 10 has Aces Waluigi? No, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I was saying that might be a possibility in my video.
I have a hard time seeing him not being in the next game, though.
Yeah, I do get comments that I just flat out disagree with that are like, they'll never add Waluigi. And, like, they will. It'll happen.
Literally what everybody said about Ridley. It's just not worth it. Like, to...
It's the new Ridley. I talked about it a bunch in my video.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Doomslayer or Bethesda rep in general?
Honestly, I think if they go with a Bethesda rep, I think they're going to go with Dovahkiin, because that's another thing that got pretty big in Japan with Skyrim. I think that has just become a real big thing in general.
Possibly. It's just weird, because Bethesda is one of the only big companies that's left, but they also don't really create iconic characters. Like, their games are usually games that sit back and don't have a strong, like, characterized hero that you play as. Doomslayer is
it's insert yourself into this situation.
Doomslayer is one of the closest things, just because, like, they do give him, like, little personality, but even, like, when you do play as a character, like in Doom or in Wolfenstein, you're playing as somebody who is pretty tampered down as a character. It doesn't, like, override the player that much. But Doomslayer would be a lot of fun, I think. I just don't know if Bethesda would be getting in. It's mostly the same with she was the top character who won the ballot. Yeah, I'm curious about that.
We pretty much know it's not true at this point.
I just think they picked Doomslayer because of the Doom series legacy and promote Doom Eternal. I don't think a lot of these are going to be done for promotional reasons. I'm not expecting it to be a promotional thing a lot. Thoughts on Scorpion? I don't think it's going to happen, but it'd be really funny.
Oh yeah, I would love it because I would love to see just like all the really big gaming icons. I think before Scorpion they need to do Heihachi, but that's just me.
What are the chances Prince Fluff will ever be a fighter for Smash? Not high.
I think he's gone.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a recurring character. He seemed like one of those characters that's there for a game and that's it.
They didn't even bring him back for Star Allies.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's huge. What of another Square property? I think a Dragon Quest character might happen at some point. Dragon Quest
I think it's gotta be Dragon Quest. Like, that's such a huge thing that we're missing. And it makes so much sense to be in Smash because it is so Nintendo.
If you get a stage builder, how in-depth do you think it'll be? Hopefully it'll be really robust, because they have to know that people have always complained about the stage builders not being robust enough. I'm pretty indifferent to the stage builder. It was never a thing that I was like super into. It'll be cool if it's there, but how haven't we had a Tekken cameo? Tekken is another thing that people have thought it would be pretty likely. Is Heihachi has been the most popular one as far as like a Tekken rep.
I mean, I think it would have to be Heihachi, but he does appear now in one of Pac-Man's taunts. So there's that.
Heihachi appears in a taunt?
Yeah, so you know how Pac-Man does that taunt where he makes pixelated objects in his hand?
Oh, he makes pixelated Heihachi?
In Smash Ultimate, they added a pixelated Heihachi, and if I remember correctly, a pixelated Prince of All Cosmos.
That's really cute. I just want Katamari music in Smash, man.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I feel like Sub-Zero might fit Smash a bit better than Scorpion. It would definitely fit the age rating better.
I guess that's true, because you can just freeze people instead of making them a,
freezing is a much easier thing to pull off than impaling. Without losing your teen rating.
So.
Has your stance on the possibility rep happening?
Of the possibility.
What? Possibility of a rep happening?
I think it's very likely.
I still think Erdrick is really high up there. It's also possible that we get like a generic hero, but I just personally would prefer Erdrick because I feel like it's everything you would get out of having a generic hero, plus also actually like an iconic character in the series. What's your wish list, guys? Gino. The four I've always wanted that I've never gotten are Gino, Isaac, Ray, and Tingle. And
gosh, I don't even know where to place mine because like I've been restricting myself a lot recently with being like, oh, no assist trophies, but if I include assist trophies, then there's more. I mean, I know some of my top wish list guys would be like Banjo-Kazooie, Ryu Hayabusa, Dragon Quest stuff, Phoenix Wright, probably Springman and Karate Joe.
Yeah, I just find it funny because like most of your characters have so much of just been like, I want guys with boxing gloves or punching moves.
Those are the kind of guys I like.
I know, it's just funny to me. What did you think of a Blizzard character for Smash? I want Thrall. It's just, they're just so disconnected from Nintendo that I just don't know. And they have only a couple characters that I think would kind of fit the kind of icons that Nintendo looks for.
Honestly, my favorite Blizzard proposition I've seen has been Tracer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, Overwatch is one of the only series they have that, like, makes, like, really iconic characters. Like, there are people outside of Overwatch who don't really play it who still love those characters. and they love the designs and stuff like that, even if they don't play. Whereas a lot of the MMO characters or the Diablo characters, like, they don't have that kind of, I don't know. I don't think they have that kind of icon status. But even then, man, I don't know. I just think compared to like other series, I think there are other series with bigger characters who are more connected to Nintendo and are more and have more interesting reps that would excite more people.
Yeah.
What do you think about getting 2 Microsoft reps? I'm not a huge fan of the idea, but like it's possible.
I think it's pretty likely. I tried to do like actual like predictions a couple weeks ago. I think both Steve and Banjo-Kazooie are pretty likely DLC choices. So I think it's very possible.
I don't think the Dragon Quest stuff being in the Direct matters. I don't think it affected his chances at all. A lot of people were saying that they're like, this is when they would have revealed him, and I'm like, you don't know that. You don't know what they have planned. Like,
right. Honestly, the Direct made me feel better about the Dragon Quest stuff simply because of just the amount of like exclusive stuff that this Nintendo Switch version of Dragon Quest XI is getting. Like, just getting the full orchestral soundtrack in the West is such a huge deal for Dragon Quest. Yeah. So that made me feel pretty good about Dragon Quest stuff in the future.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, and I think like with how big Dragon Quest Builders as a series has gotten, I can totally see them doing a Dragon Quest Direct specifically. Solid background notes, Glory to Mankind. Dude, my Nier Automata, playing through Nier Automata over the last like month and a half has been fucking incredible. I love that game so much.
I haven't played it yet, but I do have Soul Calibur 6 and she's playable.
Basically the same thing. What if we get 2B in Smash? I know Isaac hasn't played Persona 5 yet, but has Chris. I have not. I don't have a PS4, is the main thing. But I'm hoping that with this news that's coming out, that this month they're going to reveal that it's coming to Switch, or preferably PC. I would love for it to be on PC. I don't know if I would stream it, but just being able to play it with, like, full computer capabilities and mod support would be incredible. DLC 5 if it was up to Pizza Dude Man. Rock Lee, Muhammad Ali, Knuckles, All Might, Master Hand. He would genuinely be okay with that, though. Thanks for the bits, dude.
Midoriya. I'd take Midoriya over All Might, but yeah.
It's a platinum character, incredibly possible. 2B in Smash. 2B would change the rating back to K to A. I don't know. There's if Bayonetta is if they can have Bayonetta and still
I think you can get away with 2B.
Yeah. If they can have Bayonetta, they can have 2B. 2B's like a Joker style character choice, you know what I mean? Yeah, totally. Where it's like, this is a super popular character from a franchise that's kind of niche, but blew up more than that niche usually gets, and is very recent. I would say 2B is probably a more iconic character than Joker, honestly. Just looking at, like, sheer amount of cosplay, like, the amount of, like, Nier cosplay, but then, like, also just, like, 2B focused cosplay has been phenomenal. I would say she's actually up there with Joker. And she was in, like, the blowout game. Because, like, Persona 5, like, definitely got bigger than usual, but Persona 4 still did pretty well and got, like, a lot of attention. Are you able to picture Mementos as a Smash stage? I don't know if he knows what Mementos is.
I don't know what Mementos is.
I know the concept of Mementos, but I haven't seen it.
All I know is that it's been heavily rumored to be Joker's stage, so...
Yeah. But, who's to say? Fortnite and Smash, and I'll see myself out. Yeah, where's the ban button, actually? Phoenix Wright has been done in a fighting game, that's a good shout. I want Phoenix Wright so bad. Do you want to talk about Piranha Plant real quick?
Oh, sure.
Because we never talked about it when we played on it. I really like Piranha Plant.
Yeah.
I think he's a very fun character.
I think he's fun, too.
Replay the video. Oh, shit, I didn't realize it ended.
I tend to think of Piranha Plant as kind of a defensive character. He's heavy, and he can fly, and he can zone. So, he can be pretty annoying to fight if you're good as him. So, I like the way they made him play. His projectiles are really interesting. Both the Poison Cloud and the Patooey Ball.
Yeah, he has like he has a really bizarre kit that's really effective at its super niche situations.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Who says no to Mementos? Mementos, the Fresh Maker. Will the DLC characters be playable in or affect World of Light? Going
So,
off
well,
of
did you
Piranha
see how?
Plant,
Well,
I wouldn't.
yeah, did you see how Piranha Plant works in World of Light? I don't know exactly how it works. I just know that like if you have gotten like on my game file for World of Light where I had everything completed, a little pop-up window came up and was like, you can play as Piranha Plant now. But like at the beginning of the game, I started like a new file to see if I would like unlock them right away, and I didn't. So I don't know if you just pick them up somewhere or if it's just once you've gotten everybody else, you just get all the DLC characters. I kind of doubt that they'll put in the time to totally implement them, purely just because we believe that they're not going to do new Palutena's guidances either because of some of the files in the game. But who knows? It seems like they're not planning on recording new Palutena's guidances for all the DLC characters.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, they got their own classic mode. I guess yeah. It's. I do wonder if he got dropped into World of Light or if it's just like that you get him at a certain point.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because like my 100% rating didn't go down, but maybe it's because I already had it, so they're just like, we'll just give it to you.
Piranha Plant World of Light status. Let's see. The plant is automatically joined. Oh, Jesus Christ. He automatically joins your team for the war against Galeem and Darkon.
Okay, so you just get him at that point. All right.
The plant joins you after you rescue at least 10 fighters. Okay.
Oh, okay, so you get him at that point.
So I guess that's it. So it's you get enough characters and then you get your DLC, I guess.
All right.
How does World of Light stack up against Subspace? I personally actually like it more. Subspace has some great moments and the cutscenes are really nice. But man, I just felt like a lot of playing through Subspace felt like a chore. A lot of the time. I just felt like it got very repetitive and there were some moments that just weren't that fun.
You know, a lot of people feel that way about World of Light, though, also. So it's been kind of an interesting conversation.
You can skip so much of it. It's all just, like, challenge, but, like, with really interesting, bizarre matches. And, like, it goes really fast.
My answer...
There's no great maze.
My answer... Yeah, that's a nice thing. My answer has been that I prefer World of Light purely just because of the scope and scale of it. If they were able to do something reminiscent of Subspace Emissary on the same like scope that was an interesting way that they did World of Light, I think that would be the best of both worlds. But I would want Smash Run enemies, not Subspace Emissary.
After Erdrick, who do you think is the most likely Square rep?
After Erdrick? Someone else from Dragon Quest. The Luminary.
So if we weren't talking about Dragon Quest.
If we weren't talking about Dragon Quest.
What Square properties?
Oh, boy.
I guess there's Chrono.
Just so
there's...
Are we assuming that we can't use another Final Fantasy character either?
Oh. I mean that is a whole other thing. There's Chrono, like, there's Sora, there's...
Do we count Geno? Do we count Sora because he's owned by Disney?
I still count Geno as a Mario rep, even though he's owned by, at least partially by Square Enix.
Honestly, if Sora counts, I think Sora.
I still just don't think Sora... Well, I don't know. After Joker, maybe.
Oh, you know, Roy Teal just brought up Lara Croft. That's a good choice,
too. That is fair. I keep forgetting she's Square now.
Me too. That's my problem. I don't think of her as a Square character.
They bought everything.
They bought everything.
They bought all these properties. Gex. Wait, was Gex Eidos? Does Square own Gex now?
Square owns Gex, yes.
Oh my god, Square owns Gex.
It's been a big joke on Source Gaming that the next Square character is going to be Gex. No. It's become kind of this meme on there.
Oh no. Square made Quiet Man, that's true. We could put in Dane. You don't know what that is?
No.
You should look up Miles and I's playthrough.
You did a playthrough of Quiet Man?
Yeah.
Okay, I have no clue what that is. So.
It's like 5 hours. It's not a long game. We played all the way through it in one stream, drinking heavily. I think I uploaded it.
Hopefully not as much as me as when I did Mario Kart.
That fucking Mario Kart stream, dude. Was anybody here? Was anybody here for that?
I sure hope not.
Who do you want more, Rayman or Banjo?
Rayman.
He wants Rayman. Rayman is just like one of his most wanted.
Rayman, I've talked about this. Rayman is like the last main video game hero I grew up with that's not in Smash Brothers. Like, as a little kid, I played like Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country and Street Fighter and Link to the Past. And then when I got my own N64, I actually never got Banjo-Kazooie as a kid. I played like bits and pieces of it and then played more of it as an adult. But I did get Rayman 2: The Great Escape. So
I mean, if we're talking about
that one stuck with me.
If we're talking about our childhood characters being in here, then I want Crystal from Crystal's Ponytails. Also Bomberman. I played a lot of Bomberman as a kid.
Gosh, I never did. I think I played some Bomberman 64.
What do you think of the ratio of first to third party characters will be? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was all third party.
Oh, you mean for the DLC specifically?
For DLC, yeah.
I think it's going to be all third party because, I mean, like I said, completely an assumption on my part. I'm running under the assumption that they avoided making spirits out of characters that they were planning to have on DLC. Total assumption on my part. And when you look at that, I don't think there's any first-party character from Nintendo left that would out-prioritize a third-party character. You know what I mean? Because, like, even if you want to go, like, oh, well, there's no spirits for Porky and Silex.
Tingle.
I have a hard time picturing that they're going to add Porky or Silex over a third-party character on the level of Joker.
It is so weird that they're gone, though, considering who else from the series has a spirit.
Yes, it's true,
so
because
weird.
we have, like, some of the other hunters. Like, I know they have a spirit for Trace. I think they have one for Candon as well, so it's weird that they don't have Silex.
They do. Silex is, like, bigger than them. The thing with Porky is I could see maybe they were like, oh, well, he's in the capsule. We have the capsule spirit.
Yeah, a lot of people have brought that up.
But we have so many people who are represented more than once in spirits.
Well, right. I mean, we have
two Ocelots. We have
two Lins.
God, we have two Lins. Like, there's... I don't know.
So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think Smash Run might come back as a future update? I mean, if they really are adding modes, it's possible.
You know, I didn't even think about that till just now, but now I want that.
Smash Run back?
Smash Run was
great, except that you had to do it on the 3DS.
Yeah, Smash Run was easily the best new mode from Smash 4.
But it was on the 3DS.
It was fun in there, but it would be great if you could do it like local, online, you could do a big Smash Run thing. That'd be awesome.
Honestly, I have this gut feeling Ubisoft wants to pull a Beyond Good and Evil rep at this point. Oh, maybe. The thing that broke Porky's chances for me is that the perfect stages for him are already in the game, so what else would they add as Porky's stage? Oh,
if all the DLC characters come with a stage.
You could do the end of Mother 3.
Well, you could also do the end of Earthbound.
Yeah, either of those would work.
Cave of the Past.
You could do... Let's see. Yeah, because... Well, shit, you could go to, like, literally the, Porky's City thing.
Well, but that's already in.
New Pork City?
Yeah, New Pork City's already a stage.
Wait, but I thought that was different than... No, okay. I got confused with the Force Side. Force Side is in, and it's also a stage, and then New Pork City, that's right. It's just funny, like, when I look at the New Pork City stage, I don't feel like that is a very good representation of New Pork City.
A lot of people agree.
Having actually played Mother 3 now, like, I don't think of New Pork City when I see that stage.
Pretty much everyone I talk to that's like a big Mother 3 fan is not a fan of the New Pork City stage in Smash Brothers.
You click Porky's stage and it's a full Mother 3 translation. Porky's stage is just an actual Mother 3 translation. Gygus is hell. Also, some fighters just had their Smash Ultimate renders as their fighter spirits. From a technical standpoint, spirits wouldn't interfere with any DLC fighters. Yeah, I'm not 100% on spirits deconfirming DLC.
I'm not 100% either.
The only thing that
it's just an assumption I'm granting.
The only thing I'm 100% on is assist trophies. Toadette is getting more and more likely due to her having more appearances, and that scares me. I still think they'd go with Toad over Toadette, or Captain Toad over Toadette.
Well, I kind of like the idea. Someone had a video on it recently that I liked. I like the idea of doing Captain Toad with Toadette alts.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
You could totally do that.
Can we just not... Every episode of Smashtalk I've ever done where I've mentioned Toad, I've also said totally at some point, and every video, somebody has timestamped it and just wrote totally.
Nice. Perfect.
Every Smashtalk I've done regarding Mario characters.
That's great. That's perfect. It's exactly what we need.
It's super obnoxious. I love it.
And then for Toadette's final smash, she just becomes Peach, and you're just playing as Peach for the rest of the fight now.
But Bowsette. But Bowsette. Has Nintendo, like, ever acknowledged Bowsette as a thing? Or are they just like, let's not publicly associate with the lewd art, but still let it drive business to our company?
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's so funny to me. Is there any other news to talk about that you can think of? What else has happened? You saw Stage 3 coming, and do you feel like that data mine is going to be accurate?
Honestly, I've been so occupied recently with working on my own videos that I haven't, like, really delved in and verified things myself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a lot of the people I talk to on Source Gaming seem not, like, 100% confident in it, but confident enough to make it more, like, present, you know what I mean? To be like, yeah, this very well could be possible, you know?
Yeah. Apparently somebody did ask them about Bowsette directly, and a representative just said, we have no comment.
Good.
They're probably going to put totally in the comments if you upload the stream to YouTube. No, they won't. Does it put a toad in your throat? Jesus Christ. We can never talk about Toad anymore. Yeah, I think it's honestly possible that I think it's incredibly likely that the data mine is accurate. A data mine is a rumor that comes with its own evidence.
Right. It's like already like, hey, look at this.
Yeah. And so it's possible that those files just get taken out next time and they don't actually, like, add them, which is what happened with the whole Brave thing, but you know.
And like I said, I haven't delved enough into this info to know if this could be the case, but I know there have been cases where there are files that are just leftover data from importing data from the previous Smash game, because like there's a lot of imported data, of course,
yeah,
because they took a lot of assets from older Smash games. So it's possible that the modes are just like file names from leftover data, but I feel like that wouldn't be the case this time, because like people are specifically making a note of it now, which makes me feel like that it's new info. You know what I mean?
It did not exist until now, until this last
exactly
match.
That's my guess. Just my own speculation.
Ridley, the data mine was mostly just new modes, more or less.
Yeah.
Which, if that's true, is phenomenal to me, because there's already so many modes in this game. If you were to pick one new Breath of the Wild stage for each of the 4 champions, but you can't pick the Divine Beast, what would you pick? Probably just the locales.
Yeah.
The dam for Mipha, the training range for Rivali.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
The volcano for
Daruk.
For Daruk.
And then
you could just do an actual Gerudo town. Because otherwise it's just a lot of sand.
And if you're not playing as a female character, you get pushed out of the town.
You just constantly take damage. if you play as a man in Gerudo Town.
That's right.
Speaking of Brave, what did you think about that movie? Joking aside, do you have any personal guesses of what it could mean? To take that joke seriously, I liked it. I thought it was clear that I wasn't the kind of person it was meant for, and so it didn't land with me entirely, but I've heard it's landed really well with other people who can relate to it more, and so I think that's a cool thing. Joking aside, have you any personal guesses of what it could mean? Yeah, a lot of people... Well, okay, so... Erdrick is referred to as Brave in Japan.
Yeah,
or like the hero's name, and one of the guys working on Smash Ultimate, or at least working at Nintendo, posted a picture fairly recently after that, a picture of the traditional Dragon Quest hero shield, and it's just like, Brave shield. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're doing this on purpose.
Yeah, that made it pretty clear, right? Like people are saying, it's like, well, you can't use it as evidence that, like, because he's not working on Smash. It's like, yeah, you can't use that as evidence that Erdrick's coming to Smash, but you can use that as evidence that Erdrick is referred to as Brave.
Yeah,
so
that it is actually linguistically something they do. And that people aren't just making that up. Do you think Break the Targets could be back? It'd be cool. I don't know if that's the mode they would go for. It's not in the...
Well, it also depends on how you do it, because, like, I think the problem they started running into...
Too many characters.
It took too long to do the individualized ones, right? So in Brawl, they did the generic ones, which is becoming harder and harder to do with the variety of characters. Like,
because now if
you do generic Break the Targets now, like, they have to be easy enough that Little Mac can do them. And that's going to be really easy for other characters. And then you could do... Then they did the Target Angry Birds in Smash 4, which I actually liked. But different people had different feelings on it.
I liked it enough. The thing with all the stadium modes, I never really played them beyond, like, trying to do well enough to get the rewards.
That's the thing. Is like, a lot of people... They talk about getting the stadium modes back, and it seems like it's more of a tradition thing than like, oh man, I really love this mode. There are some people like that, but I'm not one of them.
Like, did anybody really spend a significant amount of their time playing the Home Run Challenge?
He said it was just, for me, it was like, okay, I'm doing this so I can get the trophy associated with doing this, and then that was about it.
Like, what percentage of players put in more than an hour and a half, or whatever the maximum time it took was to get that reward? And how many of them just looked up the strategies to figure out, like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to do it, and then just grinded it out and tried to do it that way?
Because, like, as it is, I don't play multi-man at all, besides to do the challenges in Smash Ultimate. I was like, okay, I'm done with Century Smash.
Yeah, that's the only reason I touched it.
And then I think the things like the Spirit Board and the event matches are just way more entertaining. Because it's like, hey, I'm still playing Super Smash Brothers, but it's a twist on how I fight. So I think that's way more interesting.
I think because of how one-to-one Brave would be to the actual character makes me have doubts. I mean, Joker's is Jack after all loose but fair connection. What?
That, like... Brave is too obvious, I think.
I guess, but, like... I don't... Jack is pretty clearly Joker, too, though. You would think. Because it's the whole card thing. And jazz music in the background. Yeah, is the music too quiet, or... I don't know. We'll see. Because it's the whole card thing, right? With Joker and Jack. I haven't played the game. From what I understand, they all associate themselves, like, with cards. But the Sam & Max creator directed Brave. Oh. I didn't know that. What was the word he used to describe how you wanted Stage Builder to be? Robust. I like that word a lot. Sandbog. Oh, somebody asked before who were your mains in Ultimate. I think Isaac actually gave up on Little Mac.
I mean, a lot of people have multiple mains, right? I still feel confident about fighting as Little Mac, but I don't feel confident about winning every fight as Little Mac. And that got frustrating, so I started using King Dedede, and I did way better on the GSP with him, so...
GSP is individual per character, right? Not just your individual GSP, but, like, are they comparing you against everybody playing every character, or only everybody playing that character?
I think they are character-specific.
How do we still not know how GSP works? As far as my mains, I still play a lot of Greninja after 4. But I really like Incineroar a lot. Even though I don't care about new Pokemon games, for some reason Greninja and Incineroar like are working for me. I'm also been playing a lot of Link. I've always played a lot of Link, but like he's actually good now, and I'm very into that.
King Dedede tends to fit my regular style more. Most fighting games I play, I wind up going towards like the high reward heavy character. Like Street Fighter, I mesh best with Zangief, and Soul Calibur, I mesh best with Nightmare. So like King Dedede just fits my style better than Little Mac.
Could you see Dr. Eggman being an echo of Bowser Jr.? No. If you're going to go to that length to add in a third-party character, they're going to be a unique character.
Well, at least if they're from a different series, you know.
Would the stage builder be able to reasonably have features in the realm of things like moving or scrolling stages and other elements from the actual stages like that? I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I think the hardest thing with that...
I'm almost imagining like having it be like Mario Maker style if you're doing something like that.
Incineroar has an awful up recovery, though. Yes, he does. I'm not denying that. But I really like Incineroar. Him and Greninja are like
still
polar
better
opposites.
than Little Max.
Not really. Well, kind of, because if he hits somebody... Well, no, even if he hits somebody with it, he still goes straight down.
Yeah.
He doesn't bounce off or anything. Yeah, as far as the stage builder thing goes, I don't know. Like, I think the hard thing would be the art assets. It'd be the background would be the main thing. Like, you could have like a static, strange background, but like, I don't know. I guess you. That's the thing, is like it's the art assets that like makes me really hesitant about it. Like that's what like the main concern is. You're talking about backgrounds and stuff. Simon has the heaviness I look for combined with powerful zoning tools, which is why he wins out over Ridley for my main. I have played a lot. I like a lot of the characters. I think almost everybody feels good, and I want to get good with the Belmonts. But I just haven't put in that much time. I haven't been playing a lot of Smash. I've been really busy with other things.
Before I started working on Shantae and streaming the Shantae games, I had just finished my goal for Smash Ultimate, which was getting every single spirit in the game and then leveling them all up to level 99. That is done. I was thinking about making a video on it. It's like, here's every spirit at level 99, because I've done that now. And ever since I've accomplished that goal, I've been focusing on playing new games and doing my videos.
Yeah, I've just been having like a wealth of issues. Well, a lot of it has been that my film is like starting to do festivals this year, and so that's been like time consuming setting all that up. I've also been putting together an Overwatch team. I have to send out the final invites to the team today, actually. And then also, like, I've just been having, like, technical issues that have been really bugging me and causing me extra financial stress. So, I don't know, I haven't been playing that much Smash. I want to, but I just haven't been. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. What else is there to talk to? We might be at the time where we should start wrapping this up.
Would you ever think about hosting some kind of Discord tournament? Like a lagged fest type?
I don't know about... I just don't know about having the time to do it, but I'm down with people doing it in the Discord.
Alright.
That's the main thing. It's just time.
Yeah, maybe you could just have like a Discord arena, be more casual.
What do you think of this idea? Only echoes we'd get for DLC would be part of that pack relating to the character. For example, Sora with a Roxas echo. So I don't think echoes would randomly come in, free or not. I mean, yeah, that could be something. Although, if it starts being worth 2 characters, then you're getting into like a bizarre like pricing issue. If some characters come as 2 characters instead for some reason.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless they all come with echoes. But, I don't know. Joker might basically be 2 characters. We'll have to see. That's a pretty big.
Oh right, like if he's got personas with him. Yeah.
No, not that. It's So one big rumor is that the enhanced version of Persona is going to let you play as a female character.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that.
And so a lot of people are thinking that the reason that they haven't shown us Joker yet is because they are hiding his alternate costume, having the female version of him, because that needs to be revealed first by Atlas before they can do their reveal.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I think is reading a lot into speculation, but it would be interesting. I want to beat Pizzadudeman in Smash. LOL. I do it all the time. It's not that great.
You do it 50% of the time.
I'd hope they could at least have the option for more than one music track on custom stages, that and having background skins from various Nintendo and third-party series. They could even have more stage skins come in, and another kind of content update, like with Mii costumes. That's totally possible. I'm hoping that we get more and more spirits and Mii costumes and stuff over time. Like,
yeah.
It looks like we are going to be getting more spirits, which is nice.
There was a rumor about Square Enix Mii costumes coming with Airdrick, so that was kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't know
it'd be so easy to include stuff like Mii costumes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, those don't take that much work. What's been the best and worst Smash Ultimate Direct to you? I mean, the Everyone Is Here thing was phenomenal.
That was... Seeing every veteran come back was, like, as exciting to me as, like, a newcomer I've always wanted. That was so cool.
And I think the worst was probably... was probably the last one, just because then, you know, the speculation was over. And it's like, alright, this is it, you know? I enjoyed them all.
The worst one was the little bit that we got in the last General Direct, where they were like, "What's in the 3.0 update? We'll tell you later." And that was it.
And they're like, "We're going to talk about Joker. Joker's coming."
And that's it.
There's his model. All right, we're out of here. That was the whole thing. Yeah, I think that Everyone Is Here reveal is just something that's like impossible to top. Like going to Snake and just like losing our shit there, and then just like, oh, also these guys are back. Yeah, you know what? Okay, everybody's back. You know, like the way that built was just like perfectly paced.
Yeah, well, because I think even before Snake, they showed off the Pokemon trainer. I was like, whoa, what? The whole Pokemon trainer's back.
Very, very good, man. It's a good video game, dude.
It is. It's
also, Luigi fucking died.
Well,
can we talk about that?
Did. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Luigi had his actual soul separated from his body.
Yeah, and like I think Mario got his head crushed, and Mega Man got stabbed.
I think Mario also just got stabbed.
I think everyone got stabbed. Everyone is stabbed.
Everyone is dead. That model honestly looked more like the back of his amiibo. It's possible. I agree. That was the best direct. It'll never be topped. It was just such an insane... Like, they just started off as just such an insane thing. Although also revealing World of Light was, like, really cool, too. When we finally saw what that was. That was really something else. There's just a lot of cool stuff, man. Video games are good. I wonder what costumes we can get from Bravely Default. Oh, yeah. There are still people who think we'll get a Bravely Default character. There are a lot of people who thought that Brave meant that.
Well, I mean...
It just seems like such an odd choice compared to a bunch of other Square franchises.
That's my thing. It's like, I could see Bravely Default as like a standalone thing, but if you have to compare it to other Square Enix things, it's a weird choice.
Like, it's not really an iconic series. I don't think the characters particularly stand out when you compare them to, like, Chrono or Sora or people like Lara Croft, if you want to count Lara Croft. Like...
You know what you do get, though, is you get the Bravely Default soundtrack, which is really good.
But we can just get that without the characters.
We haven't seen that kind of thing happen yet, except for with Namco.
Except for with Namco. We still don't have Katamari music.
We don't. It's all... I think what they did is they were just like, Pac-Man music is just all retro Namco music.
Do you think the Pokemon trainer is better the way she is now, or would it be better if each Pokemon was their own character? I like having the option to switch between them. It's interesting because I guess all three of them are technically worse just because they do have one less move than they would have otherwise. But like, I think what they've done is a great way to actually balance it.
Well, and I guess the other thing too is now that Zelda and Sheik are separate, that's just kind of Pokemon Trainers' thing. They are the character that completely switches fighting styles and forms. So, okay, it's cool that we have one character like that.
Yeah, it's that gimmick, and it actually is like representative of the series itself, and what the series is.
Because I mean, because you're actually getting to play as a character that's the character you play as in the Pokemon games. I mean, you don't really play as the Pokemon themselves except for in Mystery Dungeon, so...
And strategically switching your Pokemon based on how the battle's going is literally how Pokemon is played.
That is also true.
Like, it represents the series so much better. Like, I think it's a good thing. The fatigue thing was stupid before, and they got rid of that. Everything is fine. Everything is good.
I was worried that without the fatigue, there would be like one Pokemon that's just clearly better than the others, and I do see some people argue that, oh, like Squirtle is just, you should just always be Squirtle, or Ivysaur is just, you should always be Ivysaur. But I think they're balanced enough and have their own advantages enough that there are times where you want to be the other ones.
Yeah, that's the thing is, yeah, like, you may have somebody who's like a general better fighter, but like they all specialize in different places that I think it's totally legit. Somebody is going to show up at some point and is going to legitimately sweep a tournament, switching between all three of them based on who they're fighting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Amsta's gonna show up, and he's like, oh, this character you're all sleeping on? Here you go. He's gonna do his fucking Amsta thing and just pull out a character nobody expects anything from, and wreck with it. Chris, go take a nap, lol. It's been a long week, man. Well, don't forget that your Pokemon changes when you lose a stock. Yes, just like in Pokemon, when your Pokemon fucking dies, you can't use it anymore.
You have to switch to the next one.
You gotta switch it. You either do it before you're forced to, or you're fucking forced to, dude. Pokemon Trainer ain't being slept on. Yeah, I know. I know it's not being completely slept on, but 2 of the Pokemon are, is what I'm saying. They're all like, this is the good one, and somebody's gonna come in, and they're gonna just be swapping rapidly. And they're gonna have the timing down perfectly. They're gonna have all 3 of those Pokemon down to a T.
See, what they got to do now is they got to expand the Pokemon Trainer and like
he's got to have a full party. 6.
He's got to have a full 6. He's got to have his other 3. He's got to have
he's got to have an HM Mule.
Yeah, he's got to have
a character that's just like genuinely useless.
Okay, I got it. He's got to have Eevee, Pidgeotto, and Snorlax. There we go.
All normal types?
Yes.
Is that the standard composition people used? Because Pidgeotto was totally a thing. I totally buy into that. Snorlax, okay. I could see some people keeping Snorlax.
Well, right. I mean, he's the roadblock.
But like, are you gonna
have the roadblock?
But like, are you gonna keep that many? Don't. Let's not bring that up again.
And then Eevee, no, see, they all got things. You know, Pidgeotto can fly a whole bunch, and Snorlax is your big heavy guy.
He can't. He like, you can't move.
You just roll around.
You'd have to put him in one of those Walmart scooters.
and then Eevee, you get to like pick what it evolves into, and then it's stuck in that form for the rest of the fight.
But like. Oh, have a Pokemon trainer that switches Pokemon like Shulk switches Monado Arts? That'd be interesting. Just have like a six-person wheel.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good way to do it.
Okay, what it's got to be, you've got to have at least one legendary on there. They're gonna pull out. They're gonna pull out Mewtwo.
But Mewtwo's already a fully.
Mewtwo with one less move just exists as Pokemon trainers.
It's
as one
just
Pokemon trainers
Mewtwo,
Pokemon.
but without disable.
No, they gotta have like Zapdos or something. You know, somebody that's just like flies all the time. How are you gonna knock him out? He just flies wherever he wants. Rolling around at the speed of sloth.
Oh man,
that'd be Snorlax. What other 3 Pokemon would you add to the trainer? I think Pidgeotto's a good one, like, because you gotta have a flying type.
I honestly would do Pidgeotto and Snorlax. For the other one, maybe Gengar.
Gengar worked a lot too, yeah. Actually, it'd have to be. This is a Pokemon trainer that doesn't really have any friends, so it's still gotta be a Haunter.
Because he can't trade it.
He's gotta have a Haunter and a Machoke.
No, see, if you do Snorlax, Haunter, no, if you do Snorlax, Pidgeotto, and Gengar, you have one of each stage. Snorlax is a first stage, and Pidgeotto is a second stage, and Gengar is the third stage.
Snorlax is the first stage. He looks like he's the whole stage. I'm just thinking back to like what my parties usually consisted of, and I would have my starter, and then I would try to get like everybody would have to be a different type. I would always have a fighting type.
Yeah.
It'd usually be a Machoke or Machamp if I could get a Machamp. I'd go for an Alakazam over a Gengar, honestly. I would,
you know, I
I would go for a Psychic type over a Ghost type. I never really ran Ghost types. I think, yeah. I'd have the Pidgeotto. I'd have some Water type. I usually wouldn't use the Water starter. I usually would use Charizard. But I wouldn't want to give him Fly.
You need Primeape and Beedrill.
I wish you had recorded your Beedrill Nuzlocke, or whatever that was, or just that playthrough where you're just like, I'm going to beat the Elite Four with this Beedrill.
No, yeah, what I did was I released my starter and made a Weedle my starter, and then I was like, okay, this Beedrill is my starter Pokemon now, and I need to keep him to the end.
Dragonite's a good one. I was talking with a streamer about Psyduck for Smash as a joke. Psyduck is one of the more iconic Pokemon, though.
Yeah.
Snorlax is a pre-evolved form as of Gen 3, so he's Stage 2. Oh, I forgot about Munchlax.
So babies don't count as pre-evolved forms if they came in later gens.
I still want Pokefloats in Ultimate. Man, me too. That's really the only thing I feel like I'm missing, is Pokefloats. I said that in my Q&A video, even. They're just like, what's one thing you would change about Smash Ultimate? I'm like, I like it all, except to give me Pokefloats. Gary seemed to make a good 16 Pokemon trainer. That's fair. They put a Jigglypuff in every game.
Executor, Gyarados, Arcanine, Rhydon. That'd be pretty cool.
Rhydon, that's not worth it. Alright. Hey Isaac.
Yeah.
What does Rhyhorn evolve into?
Rhyhorn evolves into Rhydon, and then
Rhydon these nuts!
Yeah. So, well, okay, so Tango Zombie, the Blastoise is only if he picks Blastoise, right? Otherwise he'll have Gyarados. Instead of Arcanine, he might have Charizard. Instead of Executor, he might have Venusaur. You're very proud of that. The sun is starting to get bright. I'm trying to back up here so the sun's not in my face.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Blastoise.
Still missing a Gen 3 and Gen 5 Pokemon.
Blastoise, Arcanine, Rhydon, Executor, Alakazam, Pidgeot. That's not how the song goes. Oh god, I would want an Arcanine or a Growlithe. Like, come on.
Well, isn't Growlithe like your favorite Pokemon?
Growlithe is my favorite Pokemon. I was just like, when it came to like the Pokemon, Detective Pikachu movie, I was like, you know, it looks like they're just being silly. And I'm okay with that. It'll just be a weird, fun time. Whatever. I'm down for it. And then the last trailer showed some police officers just like walking Growlithe on the street, and I was like, I'm fucking in. Like I'm emotionally invested at this point. Man, oh god, I want a Growlithe so bad. I want to just walk a Growlithe. A Growlithe is just like a really cute dog that can burn down your house.
Yep.
Also, somebody when I brought up the thing before, they were like, why doesn't the fire department have Growlithes? And I was like, Like, that would cause most of their problems.
That's the opposite of what you needed a fire
That would make
department.
things worse. That's literally fighting fire with fire.
You want the Squirtle Squad for your fire
Yeah, it's the
department.
Squirtle Squad.
That's what they did.
It's literally the Squirtle Squad. Yeah, and they became firemen.
Yeah.
They became fire Squirtles.
Fire turts.
Fire turts. I gotta squeeze out this turt. But he would have Blastoise because Pokemon Trainer is Charizard. That's a good point. He'd have to have whatever counters. So he would have Blastoise, he would have Charmeleon, and he would have Bulbasaur.
Okay, so it's the opposite.
It's the opposites. He would have
Blastoise,
just whatever
Charmeleon,
kicks the ass of
Bulbasaur.
Squirtle is a starting Pokemon on Pokefloats. Yes, he is. Man, I'd be so confused if I was playing the big fucking Squirtle than the small one. Thoughts on Team Rocket as a playable character? You control Jesse and James, and they summon Meowth, Weezing, Arbok, etc. for smash attacks and specials. That'd be fun. They're just like running around like arms interlocked as one unit. James has like a move where he throws roses at people.
Oh man, you know what I want to hear now is I just want to hear like James's hurt sound effects.
Oh!
Like, yeah, oh!
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 Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh! What is that? Why would you ever want to play as Jesse or James? They're weak. Oh man, I want them to be in. I want them to be in just for their star KO. They would literally just get to shout, "Team Rocket's blasting off again," and then disappear in a twinkle.
Honestly, okay, I am definitely at some point, I don't know when, at some point I'm going to do a Meowth moveset video, and that's going to be one of my things. It's going to be the talking Meowth, and he's going to say I'm blasting off again when he dies. That's going to happen.
Can I just point out that I still can't believe that they genuinely launched the game with a character who, when he gets star KO'd, shouts, "I never learned how to read."
See? They could do that. You could do Meowth blasting off again. At first, when I saw that, when someone posted that, I'm like, that can't... Did they really do that? And then, yeah, they did. It's cool. I'm glad they did that. It's just funny. I never learned how to read!
I never learned how to read! I can't believe that happens.
Me too.
When Squirtle fights on Pokefloats, Squirtle gets replaced with Alfonso.
Leave it to me!
Alfonso inflates. I'm suddenly inflating again. Come here. Come here, cat. You want attention? Come get attention. Do we got anything else? Have you done any crew battles, by the way? It just showed up on the direct. I don't think I've done any of the crew battles or the Smash thing.
Like the Smash Downs? I've
Smash
done a couple
Downs, Squad Smash, one where you got like characters rotating in.
I've done a couple Squad Smashes and a couple Smash Downs. Not too many. But I mean, I just haven't... I haven't had, like, a lot of people over just to play games since, like, New Year's.
I was there for that.
Just been busy.
Talk about Steve, LOL.
He's possible.
He's possible. The Microsoft thing, I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't even feel like I can really say anything about it. It's like, it's definitely a thing where, like, it's between them and, like, either it is or it isn't. You know? Either... they're down with Microsoft or they're not down with Microsoft. If we're really getting Xbox Game Pass or whatever on the Switch, if that's actually happening, then I think that increases chances of Microsoft rep quite a bit. Because that at least means they don't care about the competitor thing.
Here's a heads up. You'll know when I'm doing the Meowth moveset video, because the game I'm gonna stream before it will be Pokemon Channel.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Because it's got talking Meowth as the news reporter.
Hey, Dingo's here! Dingo tag is in the game as an assist trophy. He falls off the edge immediately. Who is the most likely character to you as of right now?
Erdrick.
Yeah, I think I'm still pretty set on Erdrick. I don't know if there's anybody who's, like, overwhelmingly popular at the moment, and also, like, seems like a valid third-party character that they'd go for. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if Microsoft's a thing, like, I guess Steve and Banjo-Kazooie are up there.
I think so.
But, like, as far as other third parties,
I said the predictions I made a couple weeks ago were Steve, Banjo, Erdrick, and something from Undertale. That's what I really think right now, if I had to predict.
I still don't know about Undertale just because I don't know if it's too recently a Japanese thing. But, like, it's possible. I think if Undertale is in, it would probably be the last one. Who would be the next DK rep?
It's gotta be Dixie.
It's gotta be Dixie. Dixie or maybe Cranky, but, like, probably Dixie.
Maybe Cranky? I feel like it's gotta be Dixie.
Funky Echo. I'm happy with them for finally getting K. Rool, though. But we still don't have a new Zelda rep.
We don't.
Piranha Plant got in before a new Zelda rep.
But now we have 3 Links all at the same time.
Great. We can make a chain link fence. It's the stupidest thing I ever said. Why does Isaac look shirtless? Because the sun is so bright on his orange shirt.
The sun is strong. It's hot as hell below.
You're just genuinely going into Les Mis.
Look down, there's 20 years to go.
I thought you were... My Japanese friends have known Undertale for about 1.5 years. So, let's see. Given the time that Xenoblade 2 came out, if that was really too late, I feel like Undertale wouldn't have made the... Well, I don't know. I feel like with DLC, it would have been much easier to, like, add somebody late. You know? You don't gotta worry about building promotional material and building the game around it. Because, like, part of the roster is, like, if they're doing World of Light, like, they gotta know who they're putting in. They gotta know what they can work with for World of Light, you know? So, like, I think that's why the roster had to be decided so early. It's because, like, if you're doing something like World of Light, like, they had to have spent a lot of development time putting that together, and they had to have known what the full roster was going to be in order to set that whole thing out. When you're talking about,
right.
like...
Remember when Sonic was the last addition to Brawl, and then they were just like, and he's here in the final cutscene we just added.
And they didn't have the luxury of doing that in World of Light, because in World of Light, you're fighting those characters all the time before you get there, because all these spirit battles are built off of who the roster is.
Yeah.
So when they're designing that, like really early on, they had to be like, this is who's playable, this is who the spirits are going to be, and who assist trophies are going to be. This is how we're going to show these fights. Like, they had to decide that stuff really early on. So I understand for a base roster why it had to be characters that they knew a long time ago. Just looking at the way that World of Light is like, because I didn't get it before, but after seeing World of Light, I completely understand why he was like, yeah, Rex just like didn't make the cut. They had to know what Rex was going to be, like, at the beginning of development, if they were going to be able to, like, have him on the base roster and include him in World of Light. And, like, actually integrate him with spirit battles and everything. Like, I get that.
Yeah, I actually didn't think about that. That makes sense.
Link from the Link's Awakening remake is yeah, give us Toy Link. Give us the 4th Link.
4th Link.
I'm dying. I'm still sick. I've been sick literally all week.
Man, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when I said that the area that the Rathalos came in was definitely a boss arena, and everybody was like, "You're stupid. It's a stage."
Well, that happens to us a lot, Chris. Remember, I was tone deaf because I thought Snake would come back, and I was stupid because I thought Daisy might be a playable character.
And now you're an idiot for thinking they're going to make another Smash game.
Oh yeah, that was a new comment recently.
How can we bring you back to life, Chris?
You have to wake him up inside.
You got to put Gino in Smash or Tingle. I'll take either at this point. I don't care what you think about Tingle. He deserves to be in Smash if Piranha Plant's in. We need another Zelda rep. He's a better character than Piranha Plant. I love Piranha Plant. I'm not upset about Piranha Plant being in. I think it's hilarious. I love him as a character. But man, Tingle's like a real character. We need a Zelda rep. Zelda's such a huge series. It's only getting bigger. Breath of the Wild sold gangbusters. People fucking loved Breath of the Wild. Put in Tingle, please.
What does Tingle have to do with Breath of the Wild?
Zelda's a huge series. So they need a new rep. Tingle's one of the best ones they got. He's got his own games. He's more recurring than most. Or do Impa, whatever. Do fucking Impa. But, like, Tinkle's better. But, like, do Impa if you want to do Impa. I don't give a shit. Just give us a new Zelda character, please.
I would like just more Zelda characters in general. Yeah.
There's so much we can do. Tinkle's outfit is DLC armor in Breath of the Wild. It totally is.
Well, sure, but so is, like, everybody.
What if instead of just Midna's mask, you could like straight up like put Link in like a Midna bodysuit in Breath of the Wild?
You know who's not referenced in Breath of the Wild or any other recent Zelda thing?
What?
Vaati.
Because Vaati was a one-time, well, two-time.
Two-time. Ooh, yeah. That's more recurring than most.
He didn't even get added into Hyrule Legend or Hyrule Warriors, did he? Wow, even though he was more recurring, he still didn't get in. I guess because he wasn't in one of the console games, so they just didn't consider him as much. Because he was Four Swords and Minish Cap. And Minish Cap was a Capcom thing. The Majora mask is almost as recognizable as the Triforce. I will ban you from my state. Do you follow Curiousmatic? No, I don't. I don't really watch YouTube anymore. Outside of a couple channels.
Do you know who Curiomatic is?
No.
It's the new thing that Artsy Omni's doing now that Smashify's done.
I don't even know who Artsy Omni is. I think I've heard what Smashify is. Is it just where they make models for characters?
Yeah, he started with that fake Rayman leak from a few years ago.
Tingle would probably have a more interesting moveset than Impa. Hell yeah, you would. You got balloons. You got bombs. He can maybe drop statues on people. You got
maybe I'll do it at some point. One of the early like moveset concepts I came up with before I did the series I'm doing now is I did a Tingle moveset concept. So maybe I'll do that sometime.
I want to film all the moves.
You want to film all the moves? You know, it's like, okay.
If you're doing Tingle, I have to be a part of it.
Okay.
I like Tingle.
You can dress up as Tingle and fly around with a balloon and throw rupees at people.
People actually want K. Rool to come back. Yeah, people do actually want K. Rool to come back. Put him back in the game. Vaati's the new K. Rool. No, people actually want K. Rool to come back. Oh, Jesus. Oof. Hyrule Warriors Legends was handheld focused and Vaati still didn't get in. That is true. We did get some... No, people wanted K. Rool to come back. Don't run from the truth, Chris. Skull. I want Mipha as a Zelda rep. I don't want to fuck fish. Would accept a Zelda Mook coming in? What? Would accept a Zelda Mook coming in. The fucking Moon is a Zelda rep. Dude, the Moon is the best assist trophy they've ever done.
I love the Moon assist trophy.
What do we even do at this point? Let's go back and watch... Let's watch Smash Bros. For the Wii U.
I wish I could do something about the sun. It's starting to get all up in my grill.
Well, good. Now those burgers can finally cook. Wow, you are so bright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna bask in it. Here I am.
You look like you're in witness protection at this point. We just straight up
Game and Watch.
We just straight up can't make out your face.
I'm doing that on purpose, but I have to
Except Mook equals random enemy. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, put it in Octorok. I don't give a shit at this point. Yeah, just give us an Octorok. Give us a Tech-Tyke. Oh my god, that roster is so small. Over 40 fighters, bitch. We have 73.
I still like the idea of playing as Pig Ganon as a playable fighter.
One of the alts for the Moon needs to be the battle damage Moon from SA2. Isaac, praise the sun. That's half-assed, but okay. Look like you were surrendering to the sun. There we go. There we go. Now it looks like you're really surrendering to the sun. So I think we're gonna start wrapping this up now. We've been going about an hour and a half. It's a fairly good amount. If you guys got any last big pressing questions, don't you dare knock that controller off the computer. Hey, stop touching stuff. Hey. Be a cat, not a... I don't know, a wrecking ball. That was dumb. I remember when Girahim was an extremely popular candidate. Yeah, it's how times change, right?
That was misguided. People should have been supporting Groose.
I remember when people thought Skyward Sword was a good game.
I'm going to do a Skyward Sword stream at some point, and then make a Smash moveset for Groose instead of Girahim.
The Groose is loose! Oh man, we gotta have Miles record all those moves too.
Sounds good.
Because there's gonna be like no footage for it.
No, I'm gonna need someone to make up some like attacks.
We'll just have Miles just like walk around just like, oh yeah, you know. Groose. You can't see it because my webcam's going into the thing, but you'll see it. Groose gang! There's so few Zelda reps that I don't really want any more character repeats, you know? Pig Ganon is alright, though. Pig Ganon is at least different than just like, it's another Link. Whoa, 8-player Smash? Oh yeah, man, you remember when that was a big deal?
Yeah.
I'm watching the 50 Fact Extravaganza that they did for Smash 4.
For Smash 4?
The stage list is so small! Everything, there's so little stuff! It's incredible! Looking at how empty the roster and the stage lists are. Oh my god. Bigger stages. Oh man. The Wii U version has some big stages. Skull Kid is best one-time villain. At me. Skull Kid's not the villain. Majora's Mask is. Majora is. Man, Smash 4 seems so beta looking back. Yeah, like, looking back at it, it's just like, oh man, it's such a... They just pushed Ultimate so far. It just blew 4 out of the water. Like,
yeah, I've seen some people say, you know, at least with other Smash games, you kind of have a reason to go back to them, and for 4, you really don't. Like,
Ultimate is just 4, but better in, like, every way.
I don't
massively
disagree. The only thing I can think of for 4 that I would go back for is
Better
Smash
Little Mac?
Run.
Oh.
No, Smash Run.
I was gonna say Better Little Mac, but alright.
Honestly, I mean, there's a lot of things about Ultimate Little Mac I do like better.
That's fair.
So, I like his smash attacks functionality better, and I like his...
But they nerfed his recovery?
They did. The side
Why
B,
would you nerf his recovery of all recoveries?
The side B is easier to control, but yeah, the recovery on it is nerfed. So
I don't understand why, of all people, you would nerf his recovery. If you had another surprise character, who would it be? Honestly, I think the surprise character I'd want to see the most would probably be Captain Rainbow at this point.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I'd be really into Captain Rainbow. Remember when people legitimately wanted non-specific action figure?
Yeah. The ones that came to mind for me were the whole Labo character idea and Monita from Nintendo Land.
The Monita one still blows my mind.
I love that one.
The fact that you even thought of it. Cave Offensive can eat my ass. I'll let it know that you offered. I'm sure it doesn't get many, honestly. I'd want Donbei and Hikari. That'd be interesting.
It would be.
I'd be worried about having another tag team just because I feel like it's nice to have that as, like, Ice Climbers thing. But like,
well,
if you're going to do it with anybody else, that'd be interesting.
Maybe you could do them in, like, a style that's kind of like actually like switch between them, so it's like a blend of Ice Climbers and Pokemon Trainer. So like it's like Ice Climbers, but you pick which one you're playing as, and they swap out, kind of like Donkey and Diddy in Donkey Kong Country.
Man, Reggie and Iwata are going to be gone. Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Like the directs are going to be so different, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's Miyamoto and Sakurai left. That's kind of it from like the original, like.
I mean, well, it always feels like the directs were like Iwata, Miyamoto, Reggie.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you would also get like, yeah, sometimes Sakurai and Onuma.
You'd get Sakurai when it was Smash time, and he developed his own like personality. They would have dedicated Smash directs, and the whole like, you know, like they like all the memes around Sakurai being in. Like I would say he's like a pretty big part of directs. Specifically for when Smash is around, but you know.
Yeah.
Get me to do the directs. Bowser's gonna be taking over. Outside of that, like other surprise characters, I would count Phoenix Wright as like a surprise third-party character.
Yeah. I still like the Excite Bike idea.
Excite Bike could be really cool. What other surprises would there be?
Surprise!
Surprise! I got it. Zork from Zork. or the troll from Zork. It's been a long time. I can't remember if Zork was actually something's name. Zork was a text-based adventure game back before they actually had visuals. Literally, it was like one of those games where you would type in like on command prompts, and it would like just describe the room to you with words. There was no visuals, and so you would just have complete free reign to design this thing to be whatever you want. It'd be like, yeah, it's from Zork, you know.
The surprise character is going to be a Tetris character.
A Tetris character? There we go.
Tetris character.
It's T-Spin! T-Spin would be the special move. Zork is in the name of the place, I think. Yeah, it's been so long since I played Zork. I should do a stream of just playing Zork. Because I've forgotten almost everything about it at this point.
Gazorp.
Gazork.
Gazorp Field.
Gazork Field.
No, where's my fucking
Zork,
enchiladas?
type in all your attacks. Got it. Best third-party surprise character. Mavis Bacon.
From Mavis Teaches Typing.
Yeah, Mavis Bacon teaches typing. You basically you have to have a keyboard attachment, and you just play it like Typing of the Dead. You know?
Yeah.
L block for Smash. Ridley deconfirmed. All right, when Ridley got deconfirmed in Smash 4.
Oh yeah.
That's playing right now.
He's a boss in the Pyrosphere. It's like, oh.
Tetris Block DLC, call him a shot now. Mavis and Hatsune Miku are the two pseudo game characters. Max Headroom.
I've wondered about Hatsune Miku because it's like, what do you count her as? Because they say, oh, it's got to be characters that are only game characters.
I think
how much can you stretch that with Hatsune Miku?
I think they classify her as an idol, and not as like a video game character. Like I think like her owners classify her basically just virtual, and then slap whatever you would consider like the lead singer in like a K-pop girl band.
Okay.
Like I think that's basically what they could, and I think they're referred to as idols generally.
So do you think she's close enough to qualify as a Smash candidate?
I don't think so.
Okay.
However, if Sakurai really felt like messing with people, that would certainly do it. Vocaloid? No, because Vocaloids are specifically... Well, maybe Vocaloid.
Yeah.
There's one way to find out. What is a Vocaloid?
I don't know, because I already
No, because Vocaloids are synthesizers. I'm talking specifically about, like, the person... The cult of personality. Okay. The character of her.
I already feel like they're kind of stretching it with Mr. Game and watching Rob. So I don't think Miku is too far beyond that. That's
fair. What about Taiko Drum? As a...
Yeah, maybe.
Surprise character. I don't know, man. I really do think Captain Rainbow would be an incredible thing to have happen someday. But they're not. They haven't really been doing anything with the series.
And no.
I would like for them to. It'd be incredible if they did a big Captain Rainbow revival. They literally called a Vocaloid Hatsune Miku, like I think it's her. No, but what I mean is, I think they refer to her as an idol, they refer to her basically as like the way they would talk about a real person, but I think they just slap like virtual in front of it, because like the way that they use her is like they use her like an actual pop star. She just is, you know, not real. Anime isn't real, guys.
What?
I want that to be Undyne's final smash if she gets into
Anime isn't real.
No, like it's just somebody tells her anime isn't real and she freaks out and destroys people. Miku is a Domino's pizza rep. That is true. Miku is real, damn it. So it depends on what you count as a video game. I wouldn't count. I mean, is the app a game? I guess is the thing. Or is it an app? Like, is it meant to be treated as a game? Even then, it's still really sketchy, I think. I don't see her coming into Smash. Especially considering that, like, the Squid Sisters already do what she would do.
Well, but they're not playable.
Yeah, but I don't... Do you genuinely think Hatsune Miku could be playable in Smash? There are very few things that I, like, draw the line at, like, this is impossible. But, like, do you really think that Hatsune Miku could get into Smash?
I don't know.
Outside of the concept of, like, on an infinite timeline and with enough Smash games, eventually everybody would be in Smash.
Right, of course.
But, like...
Of course. I'm more interested in finding, like, does she cross the line, or is she actually a possibility, right? Because, like, clearly, as far as we know right now, characters that originated in manga and anime and stuff do cross the line. Right? Like, you can't add characters that didn't originate in a video game. But is Hatsune Miku close enough to that where she doesn't cross that line? That's all I'm looking for.
But she's just anime.
So?
Didn't stop Fire Emblem.
Okay.
But I need celebrities in Smash. Give me Dwayne Johnson or David Beckham. Earthworm Jim for Smash. David Beckham! Ben's in. It was dumb. Or just David Beckham strikes. Because he's a striker. Striker is a forward position in soccer.
I think you mean Rhythm Heaven, Ridley Crane. At least I hope so.
You got a music-based character. It should be a custom Robo character first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he means Rhythm Heaven. Custom Robo is not at all music-based. Earthworm Jim for Smash,
I like the idea of custom Robo in Smash also, though. So,
if Earthworm Jim was still around, and if Earthworm Jim had been a bigger thing than he was, I think we'd have a chance. But
that was so weird. It's such a strange instance of a character that was really big at his time and then just disappeared.
I think he was literally a fad. I think it was a lot of it was the absurdity of, like, it's a fucking earthworm in a spacesuit. And it's got edgy humor, you know?
You know what else was a fad?
Girahim?
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite's dead now. Long live Apex Legends. As much as we talk about stuff like that, PUBG still has tens of thousands of players constantly. It doesn't even... these games are not dead.
No.
Only other instance I can think of is, like, Oddworld. Of the character coming in and out, I mean. I don't think Oddworld was ever, like, insanely popular, though. I think it's one of those things where, like, it's really big for the people that are into, like, those kinds of games. But it's such a niche genre. It's such a niche genre. I wish it wasn't. I wish strategy and puzzle games weren't so niche. Because I love them so much. Do you know how much it upsets me that, like, the last really good puzzle game that I played that wasn't, like, an older game, but was actually, like, new at the time, was back in, like, 2014.
What game was that?
The Witness. Like, they just don't make big, expansive puzzle games anymore because they're just not profitable on a AAA scale.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like... almost no studio will actually, like, get behind a puzzle game anymore, and it really depresses me. There are some really good indie puzzle games, but they tend to be smaller in scope because they're indie and they have to make their money back, and puzzle games don't sell all that well.
Are you talking about puzzle games like figuring out how to advance, or puzzle games like Puyo Puyo and Tetris and stuff like that?
Not like Tetris, because Tetris and Tetris-related games are like basically their own genre at this point, I feel.
All right.
And stuff like Bejeweled, stuff that like has like a very pickup and like extremely approachable like appeal to like a mainstream audience. Stuff like Tetris and like Bejeweled and like all that stuff that like works really well on like mobile devices and stuff like that. That's not quite the same thing to me. I'm talking more about kind of expansive stuff like Myst, stuff stuff in that vein, that like has like a bigger scope and is more about figuring things out than
Oh, Portal. Someone brought up Portal. Okay.
Portal was also big. Portal was such an interesting phenomenon because it dropped in the Talos Principle is really nice. I need to finish it. I never finished streaming it. I was streaming it. There are plenty of small 2D puzzle gadget games, but I don't think Portal or Witness. Did Portal 2 do okay? Because I haven't heard about
I
it.
think so.
I haven't heard about getting a new one. I liked both of the Portal games. Even like puzzle adventure games. Broken Age tried and kind of fizzled. Then Void Park. I have Broken Age. I need to play it. I do have a lot of like indie puzzle games that I want to stream, but I'm worried that people wouldn't want to watch them. Yeah. Does Antichamber count? Antichamber is a small indie game though, but it is that kind of thing. I do think Portal is a bit different in that it's a bit of also like it has like action and like it has action elements to it, and it's like done in it has action elements. It's kind of like a physics puzzle thing. It is still definitely a puzzle game. But I think also, like, the strength of its humor is, like, what really sells it as well. I think a lot of people who generally wouldn't give who wouldn't be interested in puzzle games are interested in Portal because of the humor. That orange box was such a great idea. Like,
yeah. I wish more
the orange box,
to do stuff
the
like
orange
that.
box leading to, Portal, like, taking off like that was incredible. That's one of the more incredible, like, success stories in games, I think. Is them just dropping the orange box, and Portal was just like this idea that one of the guys had, that they were just like, yeah, you know what, we'll just throw it in, and it blew up. Say TF2 rep is more likely from Valve, or Gordon Freeman. Yeah, that's fair. Steve's like one of my most wanted at this point. I think Steve is not unlikely. It really just comes down to the Microsoft thing. I genuinely, like, everybody's talking about, like, they're friends. No, they wouldn't do it. It's like, I have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. Like, we so far have yet to see them show a rep or cooperate with somebody who is a direct competitor in the console, like, industry. And I don't think that's an extremely firm barrier, but to a lot of people, that is, like, a barrier. Portal 2 did exceedingly well. Well, that's good. I'm happy about that. I haven't heard about a Portal 3 though. They might just not have ideas for it. They did kind of they did kind of wrap up Portal 2 pretty well. There's not really
with a puzzle series like that, you have to start thinking of like new challenges, which either comes down to new mechanics or new ways of using the old mechanics you haven't done yet.
Have you played Quantum Conundrum? Kind of scratched that itch, but stupid nonsense story. I have not. I haven't heard of it. I should look it up. We either want shelf and portably playable or have the portal gun as an item. You could easily do something similar to the portal gun without having to pay for the rights, I think. Just like how we have a lightsaber without being a lightsaber.
I was about to bring that up as an example. That with the beam sword, it's not a lightsaber, it's a beam sword.
Valve doesn't really make games anymore. That's fair. What is that company doing?
I don't know.
Like collecting money from Steam, sure, but like what are they doing? Like why aren't they have so much revenue? Why aren't they making games? It's so bizarre. Snake Eater. Yeah, I love this remix of Snake Eater. I just want more puzzle games. I want to stream, but I need to get the sound thing fixed. Like I'm running a kind of fix right now, but like, and I guess I could do it for streams, but it's not ideal. And my I want to be able to use my good mics again. But I think my sound card might have blown out, and I have to get that replaced. I thought it was a sound mixer, so I got a new sound mixer. And I think it might actually be the sound card. So, oops. But here we are. Oh, I'm still in a dream. Put Master Hand in Smash. He's already playable. Alright.
That was like one of the best parts.
That was so good. 1 year equals 1 level done. Half-Life 3 is the main reason all these years they've been making it. Do they still say that like they actually are making Half-Life 3?
I don't think they've ever said that.
What is gonna happen? Sissel from Ghost Trick is my new Impossible Wanted fighter. Oh man, Ghost Trick is so good, dude.
I haven't played it, but you've told me a lot about it.
That's one of the great puzzle games I've played recently, but it's not in any way new. It's an older game. It was original DS, I think. Not 3DS. Right. Yeah, it was original DS. And it's so good. And like anybody who likes Phoenix Wright, I think would like it. And then anybody who just likes puzzle games would also like it. Very good story, like extremely good writing. It's a bit more serious than Phoenix Wright is. but it's still got some pretty good jokes. Ah, it's so good. I can't recommend that enough. I want more puzzle games, man. I want more puzzle and strategy games. At least we got Into the Breach. Into the Breach is a very good strategy game. And it's very replayable. It's extremely replayable. And usually, like, good strategy games are not that replayable. I want to try out Ghost Trick, especially after seeing the Steamed Hams video on it. I need to look up the Steamed Hams video, then.
Steamed Hams.
Steamed Hams on Ghost Trick. God damn it. No one is working on Half-Life 3, and the writers spoiled the entire plot that was planned. Of course, they could always try to redo it at any point. Jesus Christ. Good to know. Alright, I think we should start wrapping it up. I said that, like, over a half hour ago, and then we kept talking about Hatsune Miku. So, here we are. Yeah, is there anything else you can think of that we should be covering? What is this remix called? I will look that up real quick. It's the Abstracted Camouflage version. Snake Eater Abstracted Camouflage version. Don't know why it's called that, but that's what it is. I'm a big fan of this cover. Big fan. So is Mitsu going to be a DLC character in Smash? I have doubts. Now they wouldn't bring back a character they already cut. It was fun speculation. Yeah, absolutely. I think we cover pretty much everything. We might do something again when we know about the next character, probably.
Yep, sounds good.
I'm curious about these modes, though. I hope that data mine is real. I would love to have more modes. More modes to not play. but look at and be like, ah, it's cool that it's there.
It's like, wow.
As always, if you're not in the Discord, there is a link to the Discord below that you can follow there. I also got other relevant links all around the place. Got any questions, leave a comment on the video below. Or below the video, I guess is the correct way to phrase that. And I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.